Hey, hi photographers. So instead of having our prep class and having you come pick up swag bags and everything like we would do in a normal year for One Day Tampa Bay, you just get me on a video. So sorry, it's probably a little disappointing, but this is how we're doing it because, you know, it's a pandemic year, which is going to be really important to photograph. So here we go with some information for our One Day Tampa Bay photographers. I'm Beth Reynolds, your host today. And so I'm going to start off with thanking you for registering. And there's still time to register up until Friday about 5 o'clock. That would be great. Get your friends, tell people, shame them into it. It's okay. So, no, you don't have to be a professional photographer. A lot of people are going to be using their iPhones this year, which is great. That's what I'm recording this video on. I'll probably do a lot of that. Film, DSLR, whatever you want to use. No age limit. So if you've got somebody in your family, child you think is great, let's get them registered. If they're 12 or under, no reason to register them, but I want to put their name on the list. You don't have to be a member of the Morean Art Center. No, you cannot submit pictures from previous events. This is 24 hours in Tampa Bay. So it starts at 12 midnight this coming Friday night. When it strikes midnight, that starts our project and we go for 24 hours. No, you don't have to be out for 24 hours photographing. You go out whenever you want to photograph. So if you want to be the person that gets that midnight 12 o'clock and 43-second photograph that starts off our day, go for it. You want to be the person who gets the last image of the day, 11:59 and 59 seconds, you go for it. So you can go out for an hour, all day, come in, go back, whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you. So you can submit 10 images from your day. So think about that and where you're going. And if for some reason you just can't narrow it down, you can send me some photographs and I'll pick your best 10. Maybe you got 12, can't decide. I'll look at them and help you pick out those last ones. So when you submit your images, we're gonna have the juried exhibition. The exhibition is here at the Morean this year. We rotated around different places in Tampa Bay. So we'll have about probably 50 photographs in the gallery. So you have a chance to be in the juried show, which will be opening November 12th of this year. Then we have another jury to pick out pictures for the book. And we do a beautiful book on blurb every year. And you have a chance to get into the book. So we usually pick about 100 photographs for this. And then it's a print on demand. So you order it and they ship it right to you. We don't pre-print anything because we don't have the money for that. So chance to get in the book and into the juried exhibition. My attempt is to put all the images submitted for One Day Tampa Bay onto our Flickr account so that you can see what everybody else photographed, because I think that's really cool to be able to see all of those pictures from all around. Boundaries are Tampa Bay. We're not putting hard lines on, can't go over this road or that road because then you're out of the zone. Everybody knows what Tampa Bay means. So as long as you're not over in Ocala, Daytona, Lakeland, don't go to Circle B Bar Ranch and tell me you're in Tampa Bay. So keep it local, and that's what we're really trying to highlight. Do I get paid? Heck no. This is a volunteer project. You paid your $25 and that money goes to support our photography education program. So it will be used for helping teens who don't have money to take classes, buying them supplies and ink for the digital studio or chemistry for the darkroom. And it mainly helps our teenagers so that they don't have to put any money out and they can come experience photography in a lot of different ways. So there you go on that. You retain the copyright. It's your photograph. You're going to submit it to us. We might use it for publication, if you get in the book, or to promote next year, which we always try and give credit when we do that. You'll see like photograph by. but we don't own the copyright. That's your photograph. So if you get a Pulitzer Prize winning photograph, it's yours and you can do what you need to do with it. So we're just getting some usage out of it for the project. We don't own it, you own it. Separate categories, nope, everybody's in one boat, professional, amateur. You know, there's some really seriously super talented amateur photographers in our area, and y'all know that. So everybody gets in the same boat, everybody's competing against each other, so no problems there. And what kind of photographs? Well, this is kind of different this year. Normally I would have a list of all these amazing events going on, and of course this year, what do we got? No events, nothing happening, no scheduled big things going on. So it's going to be up to you to go out and discover what's out there, instead of me handing you saying, well, you can go photograph goat yoga, or there's this great band playing, or this big event is happening. We don't have any of that this year. So what we're looking for are things related to COVID. If you know somebody who's doing a Zoom meeting, people wearing masks, the dining outside where they've been moved out into the parking spaces so that they can social distance, anything related to the pandemic, to COVID, people visiting somebody at a nursing home through a window, COVID testing down at the Mahaffey or wherever is close to you. Anything related to that would be important for this year to be part of our time capsule, because hopefully next year we won't have any of this, I hope. So we want life moments. That's why this year I think it's important to photograph your family, the friends who are in your bubble, your neighborhood, the people you do feel safe associating with. That's absolutely fine. Talking to your neighbor over a fence, that would be great. So we're really looking for those more family moments as opposed to the big giant events. But of course, you know, we want the beautiful sunset. We have a brand new pier. Every year we've photographed the St. Pete Pier in construction, taken down, going up. So now we have beautiful pictures that we can take down at the pier. Lots going on there, so that's great. Sunrise, sunset, always beautiful. Nature, landscape pictures, anything like that that really sparks your interest. Lots of migrating birds, lots of stuff, beautiful things out at Fort DeSoto and all of our preserves, Weeden Island, Boyd Hill, all of that. Sunken Gardens. Do I have to get model releases? No, we don't require model releases. If you're out on the street photographing, then you're making art for a project and you don't need a model release. And people are out in the public and there's no expectation of privacy. We do have credentials, and I'll be sending out an email that you can pick up your credential anytime this week at the front desk of the Morean Art Center, and they'll be laminated. No lanyards this year and no swag bags. Sorry about that. But you can pick up your credential, use your lanyard from last year. I'm sure everybody's got one from something. Put your credential on it and have that with you, and it's got my phone number and Heather Peterson's phone number on the back. People can call, verify. I will answer my phone all day long for 24 hours if you have an issue. I'm also going to send you a PDF of a letter that says this is the project we're working on. You should print that or have it on your phone so that people can understand what we are doing and put them at ease if they're like, hey, what are you doing over there with that camera? So that's that. What if I'm not available all day? Well, like I said, go out and photograph whenever you can. You don't have to be out every hour of the 24 hours. I haven't even done that. So when you can. Manipulating your pictures in post-production. We're trying to make a documentary, so please limit your post-production. You can color correct and crop and add a little contrast, but I don't want to see people swapping out skies or adding a pelican in, or, you know, all of a sudden Brad Pitt ends up in your photograph. Don't do that. We're trying to make a documentary of a time and a place, so we're asking you to limit them. You may turn them black and white. Please don't do any selective color or sepia toning or anything like that. Black and white's fine, color's fine, cropping. If you're not sure, send it to me and say, did I push it too far, or is this okay? And I'll let you know if you went a little crazy or not. Can more than one photographer shoot in the same place? Of course, because you can have 3 or 4 people standing there and you're all going to take different pictures. So if you have a friend that you feel comfortable going out to photograph with, by all means, go out and photograph with them, because you're going to take different pictures and get very different things. We have definitely had multiple photographers at the same area shooting pictures, and they both got images in the juried show and in the book because they were just very different. So yeah, absolutely. So some ideas for inspiration. You can always be outside somewhere, and if you are outside, of course, we have our COVID safety, so make sure that you have a mask with you at all times. So if you happen to go into a grocery store or anywhere else, now remember, grocery stores, the mall, there are places that are private that you need permission to photograph. A lot of people just sort of take some random pictures, and that's fine. If nobody's accosting you or throwing you out of a store, that's okay. So we did have some cool pictures from inside various businesses last year where you can just ask permission and they'll probably say yes. So just make sure you have your mask with you. Downtown, St. Pete, Riverwalk, Tampa, Curtis Hickson Park, Straub Park, Dunedin, all of our piers, Tarpon Springs, the Sponge Docks, Ybor City. If you know somebody who lives in a high-rise and you can get a really high vantage point and get a really beautiful cityscape, that would be a nice idea. Sunrise, sunset, some food trucks maybe, those might be out and about. Fishing off of bridges. I don't think there's been any street performers or there's any sort of construction going on. A lot of our places are booming with construction still, so you might be able to get a good construction picture. Bike trails, if you know an animal rescue place, maybe you volunteer somewhere, that would be nice. I always like to get a picture of some nonprofits doing some things. So if you're SPCA or Pet Pal or any place like that, that you might go in and get a picture of some animals being taken care of, that'd be great. Of course, family moments, reading, quiet moments, Zoom calls, masks. Masks found on the ground. I walk around a lot and I see masks just thrown everywhere. So if you see a mask tossed on the ground, that's a good photograph. It documents this time and place. Healthcare workers, of course, COVID testing, signs. So a lot of our businesses have a sign talking about gotta wear a mask, or it says COVID, or it's got something on it. Those are good things too. Signs give us a specific time and a place. And if, unfortunately, a business has gone out of business, I think that's also important to document. So, or businesses that say closed, thinking about those. Limiting the number of people in a store, saying only 6 people at a time. Ring the bell and then wait outside. That's happening at a lot of places now. Online learning. Food delivery and pickup, since a lot of people are doing only the curbside pickup, that would be great. So it's a different way of thinking of things, but there's still a million things to photograph in our area. It's still a very vibrant, amazing place to photograph. So I would carry hand sanitizer with you, especially if you're going to be going out and about a lot, coming back, going out. Wash your hands, obviously. Respect the 6 feet of people, especially when you don't know them. If you feel sick or you just don't feel like photographing, then just photograph at home. Don't feel like you have to go out, you can sit on your front porch and take pictures. Somebody making breakfast in your house. Those are all important. So don't feel like you have to get to the most picturesque place in Tampa Bay to be a part of this. You don't. So what you're gonna get from me is an email. It's gonna talk about the deadlines of when you need to submit the pictures. We're gonna give you about 3 days to go through your photographs and send them to me. And then from there, we'll start jurying the pictures because the exhibition is going to be in November. So we've got a little bit of a tight turnaround because I want to give you time to get things printed. And when we talk about framing for the exhibition, you'll get some information. We're not going crazy with it. Black frame, white mat, black mat. Keep it simple. You can get prints done. We don't need big giant prints. You can make any size you want. You can put it on metal, canvas, you can frame it, whatever's gonna work for you. But you'll get more information about that for the exhibition. So if you have any questions, you can email me, email probably appearing down below right now on this video. Pick up your credentials at the Morean Art Center before the event's over. They'll be here all day Friday and Saturday. You can come by Saturday. We're open from 10 to 5. You can pick up your credential that day too. Again, email me with any questions. I'm very happy that you've decided to be a part of our project on this very strange year. It's important and it'll be fun. It'll be a much different challenge, and I look forward to seeing what everybody is gonna photograph. So thanks, have a safe day. Remember that bad weather makes for good pictures. Thunderstorms, rain, puddles, all of that. It's all good. Everything you photograph is worth documenting. Thanks and have a great day.